Oh, yeah. I remember that one. No, I wasn't in that one. Interesting. Oh, yeah, it was brilliant in that one. Oh, that is interesting. Yeah. Oh. Don't remember her. Oh. Oh dear. Oh yes. Yes, he was very good, wasn't he? Shame he didn't last very long.
Richard,
Oh yeah, what
are you doing?
I'm
here,
oh,
I'm here.
You made it. Oh yes. Well, I'm just passing time. That's all. Ah. Well, thank you for joining us.
Hello. Yes, sorry. Been rushing across London.
You have. Look at you.
In FAB. What do you mean? Look
You
at
barely
me?
broke into a sweat.
Well, we didn't run here. I got here by car and train. But yes, it was a bit touch and go. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Good evening, and welcome to our secret underwater base. With our
There's a lot of water at the window, so we could.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Hello, everyone. Welcome to FAB Live. This must be our 5th episode.
It is.
Wow. Fab 5, FAB Live.
Yes.
It's that time of the month where we not that time of the month. It's a different time of the month.
Oh dear. It's already been a long day. Sorry in advance,
where
everyone.
we chat about all things Gerry Anderson. We want to hear from you, of course. Send us your pictures and questions. But first, I suppose we ought to introduce ourselves.
We don't have to. But
Well, I'm rushing ahead as if people already know who we are.
yes. Well, they may not.
no.
But this is Richard James of Space Precinct and Terrahawks audio series fame.
Oh, yes.
And many other things too.
Well, thank you. It has been a long and varied career.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm just giving the pertinent stuff for Anderson fans.
That's great. And this is Jamie Anderson, son of the late great Gerry, furtherer of his legacy, ploughing ahead with new ideas and also protecting the past, I would say. How's that?
Oh, that's a really lovely roundup.
just
Thank
came
you.
from the
I
top
thought
of
we
my
were
head.
just going to be mean to each other, but obviously not.
No, that'll come later.
And if you want to follow us on Twitter,
You see, I've made the classic mistake of wearing a white shirt.
there. Richard N. James on Twitter, and that is Richard's name right
Thank
there.
you, well done. And I'm Jamie Anderson there, of course. Follow us both on Twitter. And, I'm not Jamie Anderson. You're
I
Jamie.
never thought this would be so complicated.
No. If you're on Twitter, you can let everyone know that you're watching us by using the hashtag FabLive and tell us what you think. But obviously be polite. But perhaps...
Our egos are very fragile, so please don't say anything horrible.
Perhaps more importantly, on Facebook, you can share this broadcast right now by hitting the share button beneath this picture.
Yeah, it's probably about there.
Is it?
Maybe, or it could be that side. I don't know, but there's definitely a share thing, and
Yeah.
if you share it, then your friends will be able to enjoy this live broadcast. And I could see many familiar faces already joining us.
Let's have some shout-outs and hellos. Who have we got with us already?
Kirsty Brown.
Hello, Kirsty.
Andrew Clements, Andrew Sierres,
Great.
Simon Davidge, Emma Nichols, Andrew Hyde, Chris Bamford, Richard Bailey, Joanna Hollis, and many others
Well,
besides.
that's fantastic. Thank you so much for joining, all of you. It really is a special treat to have you with us every month. Bless you for bearing with us.
Yes, thank you.
If, as you watch this, you spot any issues that we should be aware of, I think it's worth
do you
saying.
mean?
Well, sound, music, that
yes,
kind of
yeah.
thing. Please, as you always do let us know, and we'll try our best to rectify the situation.
Yes, but we can't make any promises.
No.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
You know.
because Jamie's quite limited in his technical knowledge.
it's true, yes.
What have we got coming up this month? Well, we've got the usual. You'll be very pleased to hear. I know that we have Fab or Fib, my favourite section of the show.
Yes.
We have a new look, Blankety Blank.
We do,
Which
yes.
we're both very excited
which
about.
we'll talk about later on. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that new, though.
Well, no. Well, you say that.
It's slightly customised.
Yes, we have the usual on this month in Gerry Anderson history, and we have question and answers from you. We have a gallery of pictures that you sent us. We have
Yes.
competition results and a new competition. Wow,
Great.
jinx. So much. How on earth are we going to cram all that into one of your Earth hours? I do not know.
Probably unprofessionally
Yeah.
and at
Yeah.
limited speed.
Yeah, probably about right. Do let us know what you want to see in the show, because it is literally all about you.
Yes, we only do it because you actually come and watch
I know.
us and say hello. Otherwise,
No.
we'd
We barely speak otherwise, would we?
no.
Why would we want to?
Don't even like each other.
Why would we want to do that? Yeah.
Anyway, should we give
Crack
us some
on.
news or something rather
News!
than personal
Yes.
relationship issues.
Let's have some news.
Yes. Now this is the first point at which the music may become so outrageously
Right.
loud you won't be able to hear us. So, and also the the Facebook feed that I'm getting is not updating. So we may not even we won't even know if you can't hear us anyway. So,
right.
Yeah, maybe give us some sad faces or something. I might see those.
Yes.
So we haven't got any glasses this time, have we?
No, we've got
No
the whole
glasses.
new thing.
We're-
I can still shuffle. There's some papers to shuffle.
Okay, prepare to shuffle papers
Prepare,
because
prepare.
it's the Gerry Anderson news.
It's the news. Great. Thank you
That was
very much.
worth it, wasn't it?
It was worth it.
We have some a mix of exciting news from this month.
Right.
A lot of which you may already know if you're a regular visitor to the Gerry Anderson Facebook page or the Gerry Anderson website.
Right.
And if you're not, then I'm amazed you're here.
Exactly. What do you do with
How
your
do you know?
time?
How do you know about this thing?
Yeah.
Obviously, many of you may be aware of Big Chief Studios' fantastic Scott and Virgil figures.
Yes. Oh.
Oh God, they
Okay.
are so lovely.
Okay.
They, you
Yeah.
can see them there.
Here
that's
we
fine.
go again. Yeah.
They're
Fine.
really, really lovely. 6-scale, posable, most accurate replica figures we've ever seen, and they're available to pre-order now. All right,
Yeah.
Richard. All
Yeah.
right, hang on.
And you know who's a big fan? Lee
big-
Sullivan.
Lee Sullivan.
Lee
yes.
Sullivan, artist extraordinaire, was posting about these all over his Facebook feed a couple of weeks ago.
Well, because he thinks they're so awesome. Oh,
Well,
and
they
also
are.
because he did all the package art. Obviously,
Oh, that'll be it.
yeah, there is.
Oh, I
But
see.
aside from that, they are just brilliant,
Yes.
and you can pre-order them from the Gerry Anderson store or from Big Chief Studios website
Amazing.
right now, and you can secure one for just £30 as a deposit.
£30. And when are they actually available? Then?
They're actually available in November, I think.
Right.
Might be before, but I think it's November.
Great. Okay, so give us a thumbs up if you've ordered your figurine,
Or if
your
you're going
marionette.
to.
Yes.
But there are more besides. They're doing all the Tracy brothers. I think there are plans to do other Thunderbirds characters, and there's a Scarlet one as well. Captain
and
Scarlet.
Officer Orange from Space Precinct.
Yes,
Yeah. No. What?
Yeah.
I'd have one.
of course there will be.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. Also out, I think it was earlier. No, it was the end of last month. We had Terrahawks Season 3 Blu-ray out, which is the best Terrahawks has ever looked or sounded, and includes some lovely documentaries, including Judy Priest, puppeteer extraordinaire, in Super Macro Machinations.
Oh, that is clever.
That's me.
That's very
Thank you,
good.
Thank you. But because I'm such a fan of Terrahawks, we wanted to sort of tell the story of a lot more of the puppeteer side of it and the puppetry. Richard, are you watching us on your phone?
Well, I'm just. How are the comments? Are they still? Are they working on yours?
Well, Andrew Clements says that he has lost the feed, which is rather a worry.
Yes,
but
I'm just seeing that.
I'm just seeing if anybody else is saying that. No,
Good.
it's fine.
Just Andrew.
Just
then.
Andrew.
Fine. Well,
Oh,
we can carry on without him.
Yeah,
Never
anyway.
liked him anyway.
Oh, he might be back on now.
Well.
Ouch. Anyway, so yes, Terrahawks Volume 3 Blu-ray is out, and I had an email actually yesterday from I don't want to name him in case he's embarrassed of how much he enjoyed it, but someone who wasn't fond of Terrahawks in the past
Right.
and has grown to love it, especially seeing Volume 3 because it's when Terrahawks reached its sort of comedy pinnacle.
Wow.
So
Comedy pinnacle.
yes, yes, comedy pinnacle.
I've had one of those. I've had some very good cream to get rid of it.
I'm glad to hear it. I thought you were sitting awkwardly.
Yes.
Yes, so give it a go. Also on the Blu-ray front, coming this September,
Yes.
new
Oh!
Captain Scarlet
Wow!
on Blu-ray
Look at that!
in high definition. Finally, after all this time, we've managed to get a Blu-ray release arranged of new Captain Scarlet, which
Splendid.
is fantastic.
Any extras on that, or
Yes, extras to be announced. But it's the first time that New Scarlet has been available in HD, other than via our lovely trailer on YouTube. If you want to see what it looks like in HD, then you can go to YouTube and search for New Captain Scarlet, and you'll see the 10th anniversary trailer there and get a little flavour of it. But it's stunning, and
Excellent.
I think Dad would be very proud to see it out.
Yeah, wonderful. Not given the attention it deserved back in the day, perhaps.
Yes.
Was it Captain Scarlet? New Captain Scarlet?
Absolutely. It was chopped about on ITV on a Saturday morning, and it should have had its own evening slot. It was proper family drama, sci-fi,
Yeah.
and hopefully now we're giving it the outing it deserves.
Yeah, that's great.
So that's out in September. You can pre-order it now from the usual outlets.
Amazing.
Also being released this year with its original music. Dick
Oh,
Spanner.
look at that.
On DVD, which is very exciting. Unfortunately, no Blu-ray because the film elements have been long since destroyed, which is rather sad.
Yeah.
But yes, Dick Spanner on DVD.
Great.
All the episodes individually and as their longer sets, and also a very special extra feature. TBA. To be announced?
To be announced.
Is that right?
That'll do.
Yes.
TBC, to be confirmed.
Well, both.
Ah.
TBA and TBC. Yes. Oh, hello, Terry from Greece and Ross Patterson.
Hi.
Yes, Ross, you're right. Shane Rimmer was the voice of Dick Spanner. So any Thunderbirds fans who like Scott Tracy, then yes, Shane Rimmer
Absolutely.
voiced the rubbish robot detective.
Yes.
And I think Terry Adlam came up. Let me put the image back up. Terry Adlam came up with the new tagline:
I
"The
love
detective who puts the PI in stupid."
Stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very good,
isn't it?
Terry. Yes, we
Yeah.
like that. Big fan of Terry's
Nice
work.
work, Terry Adlam.
Yes.
Also, and I think this may have already happened now, an auction. Sorry, Richard. An auction of very lovely little golden book 5XL5 artwork, which is happening in the US. I think it may have already happened.
Right.
Isn't that rubbish that I can't even tell you?
Yeah, it's rubbish
yeah.
and it's plastered all over my face.
Oh
to be
yeah,
honest.
sorry.
Oh.
We can't really tell the difference between that and the space tracker. Anyway, yeah. So some lovely old stuff available. Going from what?
What? I'm listening attentively.
Going from the fiction side to real life.
Oh, right. Yes.
The Parker Sun Probe
Oh.
is being launched by NASA
Right.
in the next couple of years. You can read the story on our website. And we just thought it was pretty cool because obviously the Sun Probe story in Thunderbirds, so it's science fiction becoming science fact, but also
Yes.
the fact that it's called Parker.
Is that a purely coincidence?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yes, it is.
I'd like to think that NASA were such Thunderbirds fans that they... made that, but no, they lost space in 1999, of course.
Yes, they do.
But yes, the Parker Sun Probe, which is very
Wow.
exciting.
Very good.
Now, a very special moment.
Is that the one that's going to plunge into the sun's the sun? That's what I'm
The
trying to say.
sun's sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Because
goes-
there's a European Space Agency one as well, isn't there? That's going to be orbiting, I believe.
Yes, but this one's going as
Going
hot
in.
and as close as I think as is possible. So that's rather exciting.
It's very exciting.
I have a very exciting moment. I would love some thumbs
Since
up.
you're eating strawberries
to it.
again.
No,
All right.
we have been eating strawberries before this. Anyway, if you would like to see something exciting and exclusive, then please
Wow.
give some thumbs up.
Really exciting and exclusive.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Well, I put my thumbs up for that.
Well, in fact, on the feed, I can't even tell if people are thumbs upping. So
Aw.
let's hope they are. I'm
Let's have a
assuming you're
second
being
guess.
lovely and giving us thumbs up. For the 50th anniversary of Captain Scarlet, Eric Chu, our lovely poster designer, has done a fantastic Captain Scarlet poster, which I would like to give you an exclusive look at
Let's have a look.
right now. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I wonder where this is going to appear, by the way.
Oh no, it's fine. It's over both of us this time because we want to enjoy it in all its glory.
Excellent.
So here we are, Captain Scarlet 50th anniversry poster.
Look at that
Look at that!
thing of beauty.
Yes,
Beautiful.
isn't it?
That's lovely.
very nice.
It is great.
So yes,
That's
Eric
brilliant.
has done that. It's fully licensed, approved by ITV, and it'll be available for pre-order at the end of June.
Wow, all this pre-ordering going on.
I know.
That's
I know.
extraordinary.
But yes, it's a beautiful poster. I think I'm really, really proud of what Eric's done there. I think he's done a fantastic job. Well done, Eric. Sorry, that was a bit patronising, wasn't it? I didn't mean that at all. I mean, he's done a fantastic job. He's a
Yes.
great artist, and
Yeah.
he's paid a huge amount of detail there.
Yeah.
Attention to detail. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, I'm not even listening anymore.
Don't know. Are you watching?
I'm trying to find. Is that working on yours?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
well,
look.
it is. Well, you keep saying it's not working.
Yes, see, Andrew Clement said, "Oh, that's pretty."
Great.
And Loz Spencer said there are lots of thumbs up. David Foote, in fact, has posted 312 thumbs up.
Wow.
Emoji things there. So
How on earth do you even do that?
I know it's very impressive.
It's very impressive.
Yes. So there we go.
Great.
Paul Mad Dragon Maxted.
Know him well.
I really hope those are your real middle names, Paul.
I know him well.
Any chance of any Terrahawks or Space Precinct toys coming out? Only saw a few bits around the time. Oh dear, probably not. Sorry.
Now,
No.
on that subject though,
Yeah.
I remember a couple of years ago you were talking to me about some moulds that had been found.
Yes.
Remember that?
Vaguely.
Of Space Precinct toys.
Oh, yes, they exist.
Yes.
But getting a factory to do
Yes,
more is
yes.
unlikely.
In our wildest dreams, we were
Yeah.
thinking about making, I don't know if you remember, some silver, not real silver, obviously, plastic coated with silver figurines.
We were going to spray paint some orange silver.
Yeah, for the 25th anniversary of Space Precinct, which is in, don't know, 2 or 3 years. Something like that.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't even care what it is.
No.
That's nice, Richard, isn't it?
But that's a thought, isn't it?
It is. We'd love to see it. There is a possibility of some Terrahawks kits or small things in the next 12 months or so.
Great.
Possibly. So,
Now, well, Paul Maxted made the wonderful Orin thing that we showed last month.
Yes. Paul, make more things so we can put them in the gallery.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Anyway,
great.
I think that's probably enough news, isn't it?
More than enough.
Shall we have another quick look at the poster just because it's so good?
It is beautiful.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, so this is, if you missed it, it's the 50th anniversary Captain Scarlet poster, the official poster, designed by Eric Chu, our lovely poster artist, and it's an absolute beauty, available for pre-order later this month.
We love it.
Right,
beautiful.
that's definitely enough news.
So, you are watching Fab Live, episode 5, with me, Richard James, and him, Jamie Anderson. We're here probably for the next, 40 minutes? 45 minutes, something like that?
44 minutes.
Yeah, 44 minutes.
Somewhere around there, anyway.
With the news and quizzes and the usual, we've got giveaways, competition results. We have a winner from last month's competition, which was to name... Could be very careful how I say this. First name of Officer Orin from Space Precinct. That's what we were after, and we'll be revealing that later. I know a lot of you know that because you emailed in with your answer to fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. You can get in touch with us there with all your questions and comments. fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. And what we love in particular is to see your pictures. So any pictures you have of Gerry Anderson,
they have to be, related.
Well, yes, I was coming on to that.
Just to check.
Yes, if you don't just want to see your holiday snaps or your daughter's first day at school or anything like that, unless they happen to be wearing a Gerry Anderson cosplay outfit, perhaps. This is my cat.
What's the cat called?
This is Penelope, and Parker's outside somewhere as well.
Okay.
There she goes. Yes, do send us your pictures of cosplay, of your Gerry Anderson toy collection, of anything Gerry Anderson related, because we love them, don't we?
Yes. Absolutely. But also to that email address above, fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk, you should send your questions and comments because we will read them out in the next episode. And we have a lot of questions and comments.
We do.
From the last time. So should I get rid of that in the Captain Scarlet style?
Okay.
Dum 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 dum. I've got no idea if that works for other people. I hope it did because it would be amazing.
It would be amazing.
Please show your appreciation for that.
Yes.
Rubbish
So is
effort.
it time for the questions then?
Yeah, let's do
look
viewer
how
questions.
many. I mean, look, there's page after page after page. We will try and skim through them as
Skim
quickly
through
as possible.
them?
Well, obviously giving them due attention as well.
Yeah, we have to. We'll do our best to answer them succinctly
Yeah.
to get through as many as we can.
Yeah, so Gavin Kapuczynski. Oh, I made a right dog's dinner of that, didn't I?
You did.
Gavin says, hello all. All, I love that.
I mean, it includes the cat, that's why.
I've been collecting
Hello,
Thunderbirds
Gavin.
and
Hello.
Captain Scarlet merchandise since I was around 3 years old. After turning 18 last week, I was just a baby.
Happy birthday.
I was in the loft today and went through all my original merch, and I didn't realise I had so much. 44 boxes.
Well, it depends on what size the boxes are, of course. If they're little tiny matchboxes, that's rubbish.
Mostly from the original series. So can anyone at home match that? 44 boxes of merch.
It doesn't mean Fireball. Firestorm.
Indeed. He says, I'm looking forward to Fireball. He means Firestorm.
Aren't we all?
But his question is, what made you decide to follow in Gerry's footsteps?
Well,
I'm assuming that's to you.
I think it might,
Probably
could
is.
be you're the cat, but
Yeah.
I think it's me. Well, Gavin, thank you for your question. I wanted to follow in Dad's footsteps since I was a little nipper, because it's just really cool. All the stuff that he created and the universities created were awesome, and I got to spend a lot of time around film sets, including meeting Richard James when I had more hair, and it was just really kind of captivating and infectious. And Dad wasn't super keen for me to follow in his footsteps because he'd had a lot of bad experiences, lost rights, had fallings out with people, and had a bit of a rough ride. So he was hoping I might go in another direction, but
Like accountancy or...
yeah, something like that. Veterinary work, something like that. Anyway, but I ended up just being drawn back to it. I couldn't resist because it's such an exciting thing to do. And he has such a huge, vast, amazing legacy, all those episodes, feature films, and a name that means so much to so many people all over the world. I couldn't not, really.
Yes.
So, when he passed away, it was a choice of, do we kind of just let everything fade away or keep it going and keep people excited and enthusiastic about the Gerry Anderson name and the legacy in the future? And so that's what I'm doing. It's a great privilege to do it.
And here we are, doing it.
Exactly,
Great.
we're doing it right now.
And may I say it's a great privilege to be joining you.
Thank you,
on
Richard.
this exciting journey. So there you
Feelings
go,
are
Gavin.
mutual.
Yeah. Well, so oh God. So I mean, wouldn't you follow in the great man's footsteps if you could? I mean, it's just a very exciting thing to do. Rick says,
I just have to say, thank you very much, Christina, for your lovely comment there, saying you're very pleased that we carried it on. That's much appreciated.
Yeah.
Very sweet. And Charlotte Bone, do I have any pets? Well, Charlotte, yes, I do.
"Oh, don't start. How long have you got, Charlotte?"
Just quickly to skim over.
Come on, then.
4 dogs, a cat, quite a lot of chickens,
Yes.
and some ducks.
Yes.
So there we go.
Yes.
Plenty.
right.
Ever need any eggs? Let me know, because we've got too many.
Rick says, "Jamie, I rather like this one. Who's the best actor in Space Precinct?" It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Really?
It is an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah, it's got to be Ted Shackelford.
Yeah,
isn't
he
it?
was amazing.
Wasn't he great?
Amazing.
Did you know?
And we've got some Ted Shackelford
News.
not news.
Well, it's just news.
I suppose it's news. Yeah,
It was news to me.
It's vague news later on. So
Yes.
it's Ted, 100%.
Yeah. Did you know that Top Gear did a Thunderbirds parody in 2015?
I did.
Did
and
you?
It was quite funny.
Was it? They
Yes.
did a whole walkie walk.
Played the theme tune and
Puppet thing.
stuff emerged from garages and warehouses in a kind of Thunderbirdsy style. It was good.
And then he says, "Good luck with the next broadcast. Don't post
We
any
need
more
it."
pictures in front of Richard's face."
Oh, it's too late. Sorry. It's not on purpose.
Ashley Bell, a huge Gerry Anderson fan. Ashley says, "Hi, Jamie and Richard. How are you?" I think I'm all right. Got a bit of a tweak in the lower back, actually.
Yeah,
but I think
a
I'll be
bit
all
tired
right.
today.
You're a bit
It's a long
tired.
day. Yeah, I've
it's
been
been a long
directing
day.
today. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have a burning question to ask you both. Is there any plans, or are there plans for a UFO being made into a film? I think it would be a good idea. What do you both think? I think it would be a good idea as well. UFO as a film would be fantastic.
It would be a great idea, and people want to do this all the time. 10 years ago, I guess, there was a plan afoot by an American studio I now can't remember the name of. Isn't that terrible? It'll suddenly come to me. HD Films, maybe? No, that's somebody else. Anyway, Matthew Gratzner and his company, amazing miniatures and stuff they do out in LA. But for whatever reason, these big projects are so complicated. I mean, I can't possibly convey the enormous complications in getting things like this off the ground, and UFO would be a very expensive thing to do. So I hope it gets a chance at some point. I've heard some interesting plans afoot around the place over the years, and maybe one day one will come to fruition.
Yes.
We can only hope.
It's often rumoured, isn't it, that one,
It
the
is.
UFO movie? Scott asks, will there be a soundtrack of new Captain Scarlet?
Scott, there may be one, yes.
Wow.
Yes, we're definitely working on that now, and I hope it could possibly come out sometime around the Blu-ray release, which would be a lovely thing to happen.
Okay. Watch
so-
this space.
Well, yeah, watch the space. It'll be on the website, but it's in the works.
Great.
And the music sounds great, and
Great.
It's nice to hear it in isolation because
Yeah.
Christmas score is lovely.
Andrew Brindley says, hi. Hi.
Hi, Andrew.
I was just wondering if you knew of any potential storylines coming up in Thunderbirds Are Go that would feature any of the other series. Because apparently there was an appearance of Stingray in the first episode, and he'd love for the universe to be fleshed out a little bit more.
Yeah, I think in the first episode it was an appearance, but it was John saying that's his favourite TV show. So it's Stingray in the Thunderbirds universe is fictional.
Wow.
Honestly, Andrew, I don't know. We don't have any connection at all with the new series. We don't get to hear anything, so I have no news for you or
no
advance
news.
information.
No
Sorry.
news. We should have a little no news ticker, shouldn't we, going on the bottom of the screen
And
at
some
that
really
point.
boring music,
Yeah,
like a
no news.
funeral march or something.
Hi,
Yes.
gents, says James Crethar.
Creether? James. Hi, James. Hi, James.
He says, I love
James's mum sent me a nice message on my Facebook page a little while ago. Hi, James's mum.
This is taking a turn for the weird.
Anyway, let's carry on with the question, shall we?
Well, apparently he loves the show.
Of course he does.
He was wondering if Gerry ever told you, Jamie, if the Black Phantom from Thunderbird 6 was intentionally meant to be the Hood. It's been debated for many years now, hotly I should imagine, and Sylvia refers to him in the audio commentary as Hood Jr.
He didn't specifically, but I mean, come on, it's just the Hood trying it on, isn't it? I mean, I would think so. That's not the official line.
Oh.
Maybe it is the official line.
It is now.
I don't know. He certainly never said anything.
No.
Specific. I'm
All right.
sorry, James. That's for you. Just
yes.
Do a quick
Yes.
couple of hellos. Harry Rayner says yes. I don't know what that was to, but thank
Okay.
you, Harry. I'm
Great.
glad you're happy.
Yes.
I think that was about the new Scarlet soundtrack. Lee Homer also a must-have. Emma Thick Scarlet film would be awesome.
Oh,
Great, but it's the same can of worms as UFO. These things are so big and complicated and tough to get going, but
wouldn't that
you
be
never
brilliant?
know. Who knows? And Sharon Graham, my lovely friend from down near Salisbury, hello, Mrs. Eggs. I'm not telling you why she's called Mrs. Eggs.
Just a minute. What is going on here? You have messages from James's mum on your Facebook profile. Now you're saying hello, Mrs. Egg.
Housewife's favourite.
Obviously.
You're just jealous.
Greay. Well, of course.
Anyway, hello, Mrs. Eggs. Do carry on, Richard.
Harry says, are there any plans for making a Blu-ray version of Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons or Stingray?
I think if those are going to happen, they are going to happen in the next 12 to 18 months.
Right.
It looks like I was going to swear then. Fingers crossed.
Great.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to happen. Can't guarantee it, but I'm got a good feeling about it.
All right, you heard it here first. Hi, Jamie and Richard, says Danny Moy. Just a quick last-minute question.
Danny.
This was last minute. Came in yesterday, I think, or even today. You said in a previous Fab Live episode... Oh, no. People are actually listening and taking heed of what we're saying now.
Don't pay any attention to any of this. It's all nonsense.
That Terrahawks Blu-ray will be released as a complete special set towards the end of the year. I was just wondering if, for those of us who already own the set, will there be a release for us to put our 3 boxes in that we already have?
This answers a question that Kirsty Brown also sent.
Indeed.
Kirsty asked if there's going to be a complete box set.
Yep.
Kirsty, yes, there is, and I imagine it'll be in some lovely slipcase. I don't think there's a plan, Danny, to make it available in that way, but I will certainly look into it and ask the nice people at Network Distributing. It may well be possible. But I think it's also possible that there might be some extra content on the complete series Blu-rays, possibly. But if we can do it, then we'll put it on the website and you'll be able to get one. But I can't guarantee it yet.
Right, okay. Peter Littman, do you remember, emailed us last month?
We love Peter Littman.
We do, because he had an idea of... he was retiring, I believe, as a teacher.
He's retiring in a few weeks' time.
And wanted to send his children off with a Gerry Anderson memory, and was asking which episode of which series he should show them on their last day.
And so many of you gave great suggestions. In
Yeah.
fact, was it one of our suggestions that made it, or was it somebody else's? Anyway, some of you definitely made this as a suggestion, and Peter's gone for it. So.
Well, he says, hi, Jamie and Richard. I remember to acknowledge you this time, Richard. I do apologise for last time. Yes. It's not all just about his nibs, you know. Just to say a huge thank you for all the suggestions that came in during the last Fab Live as to which episode of any Gerry Anderson series I should show my class. I have actually decided to show them the pilot of Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. They're Year 4 kids, 8, 9 years old, and I feel it should most certainly give them something to remember their time with me. One little boy has actually beaten me to it, as his granddad has it on video, but I shall gag and silence him during the screening.
It's a bit dark.
So as not to spoil it for the rest of the class.
Very Captain Scarlet on it.
Yes. I think Ofsted might be interested in that.
It may well be, yes. Just watch out for green ring lights in the classroom, kids.
Yes.
But yes, Peter, we love Peter's work, spreading the Gerry Anderson legacy to the next generation.
Well,
and I do believe in the coming weeks there will be an interview with Peter on our website, telling us about his inspiration, why he's done what he's done, and why he thinks Gerry Anderson is important in the lives of today's kids.
Great.
Which is really cool. So look out for that in the next few weeks.
Well done, Peter. We like that very much indeed. And then we have Egmar Brand from Germany. Where can I watch the complete English dubbed episode of the Japanese anime series Firestorm? Is there a chance of a DVD release with English dubbed episodes?
You cannot currently. There is only 1 or possibly 2 episodes dubbed from the original anime. They're not currently commercially available. I doubt they will be anytime soon, but we'll certainly look at putting it as an extra further down the line with Firestorm.
Great. Is there a release date for the Firestorm pilot?
As soon as we can. Later this year is the hope. It's.
I mean, I think we appreciate there's a lot of work going into this, and a lot of people giving a lot of time.
Yes.
And giving their skills. It takes a long time to come together, doesn't it?
It does take a long time, but it will definitely be worth it. And Kickstarter backers, we've got some lovely new behind-the-scenes teasery bits and videos for you to see in the coming probably days, actually, later this week, I hope.
Brilliant. This is to both of us. What do you think about video streaming services, Netflix and Amazon Video, etc.? Is this the future of television? Netflix produces Star Trek Discovery, the new Star Trek series, and a new Lost in Space series as well. Perhaps also a new Gerry Anderson TV series.
Yes.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, a big fan of Netflix. Enjoy watching all sorts on there. And yes, I mean, it's clearly this on-demand kind of... it's weird. TV viewing is becoming what book reading was in the way that you can dip in and out whenever you want, pick it up, put it down. So it's a strange kind of trip back in that way, which I really like. So it gives you the freedom to watch when you want, and I think that's really important. You see the shift over to BBC iPlayer and all that sort of stuff. So yes, future of TV, almost certainly. I'm sure we'll see all the kind of traditional broadcasters switching over to that in the coming years. And an ideal home for Gerry Anderson stuff, especially with new stuff like Firestorm, Netflix.
Imagine.
Yeah, we'd love it there. It would be great.
And of course, Space Precinct on Amazon Video.
It is, yes. It's on Amazon Prime. You can go and watch Space Precinct on Amazon Prime after this.
Yes.
Not now, though.
Yes. Jamie continues at Ekamar. For which Gerry Anderson series do you have the rights, and which still belong to ITV?
Oh, Gerry Anderson rights is a confusing, complicated, and troublesome issue. Actually, do I want to ask this? We manage some of the later shows and own some of the later shows, but not many. A lot of the work we do is promoting it on behalf of other license holders, particularly ITV, who have the bulk of the classic catalogue. But it doesn't really matter who has it, because we do our best to promote everything as evenly as we can. And it doesn't matter whether it's ours or not. If it's Anderson, we promote it.
Absolutely. Quite right too. Emma Nichols finally on our Facebook page asked, will Stingray and Joe 90 be back on our TV screens at some point? Yes or no?
Are those my only options?
Yes or no?
Emma, you haven't really given me much wiggle room here.
So no then.
Well, because I don't know anything other than that, no. However, this isn't an option in your answer bank. So I'm just saying this generally. Some of you may know that UFO is now on Forces TV, which you can get on Sky and other digital service providers. I think, I don't know the channel number. Sorry, Forces TV, but they're showing UFO on Saturdays and possibly some other midweek slots too. I know that they're very keen on Anderson stuff, so perhaps, as we often say, if you want to see stuff, email the people who can make it happen. We can't directly make it happen, but Forces TV, if you email them and say we want to see Joe 90, Stingray, whatever else, and enough people do it, then it might catch their attention and they might make it to broadcast.
Of course they will.
So email Forces TV, tweet them, go on their Facebook page and just drum it into them that you want to see more Gerry Anderson stuff being broadcast. I'm sure they will be willing to help.
Great. And that's all the questions we had emailed to us.
That was a lot of questions. Thank you, everyone. That's
Wasn't
really lovely of you to send in so many.
So remember, between now and July the...
Oh no, we've done it again!
The first Monday in July. Between now and the first Monday in July.
Every time. Can somebody tell us when our next one is? The first Monday of July, please.
Between now and then, do send us all your questions to fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk, and that will give us plenty of time to think about them and give you a concise and considered response.
And also, next time, can somebody email us a day before and tell us the date it's going to be next time?
That'd be really handy.
And don't fib, don't tease us, and then we won't have to do this next time.
Yes, but we're here generally the first Monday
July
of
the 3rd. Thank you, Simon and Karen, for saving us. And Mark Arnold, Forces TV is Sky Channel 264.
Great.
So that's 264, 3rd of July.
Right.
Unrelated.
Yes.
So, yes. I'm sorry about that.
Very good. Thank you very much. So you are watching Fab Live, Episode 5. Richard James, Jamie Anderson, chewing the fat, talking all things Gerry Anderson for the next half an hour or so.
27 minutes.
Okay.
And don't forget, if you want your question answered next month, on the 3rd of July, then send it over to this address here.
Great.
Because then we can have a look at it, and if it's, unless it's a rude question or an insult, then we'll probably read it out.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Yeah. In the meantime, you can share this broadcast with all your Facebook friends just by hitting the share button, which is somewhere beneath us. That means it'll go onto your profile and it'll be shared amongst all your friends, and they will at least have a little glimpse at us as we chunter away. And if you're on Twitter, you can follow me, Richard N. James, or him, I'm Jamie Anderson.
I thought you were just going to say you
Just
then.
me. And do use the hashtag FabLive to let us know that you're watching and enjoying.
Yes.
Because you plainly will be.
If you're not enjoying it, don't tell us.
Just be quiet.
We're not interested.
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
Should we play a game? I'd like to play a game.
Would you? Okay. What should we play, Jamie? Could it possibly be time for... Is it time for...
Are we going to say it, or do I just press the button?
I was waiting for you to sort of press the button.
Okay, I think it's time for...
Appearing tonight on Virgil Tracy, Destiny Angel, Officer Orange, Atlanta Shore, Captain Scarlet, and Dr. Venus. And here are your hosts, Richard James and Jamie Anderson.
Well,
There we are.
we have Andrew Clements to thank for that wonderful new Blankety Blank
Brand
intro.
new, shiny, sparkling intro to Blankety
Yes.
Blank.
So for the video itself and for the voiceover.
Oh, amazing, yes.
And for popping up that lovely picture, which always comes back to haunt me.
Yes, it does. You don't like that picture, do you?
Not really, no.
No, I quite like it.
Yeah, but
I think it's
know,
whimsical.
It is, yeah. I'm not a fan of whimsy, so...
Fair enough. It is time for Blankety Blank.
Hooray!
One of my favourite sections of the show.
Yes.
One of them.
I'm sure it's the favourite section of at least one of our viewers as well.
So, as in true old-fashioned Blankety Blank style, I'm going to give you 3 quotes from the universe of Gerry Anderson, and it's up to you to fill in the blanks. There'll be...
Thank you. Sorry, yes, I'm sure they get that, but I'm glad you're explaining.
Well, there might be some people who haven't seen it before.
That's true, that's true. We have got an international viewership
We
here.
have Greece, Germany,
Yes, America.
America. Amazing.
Yes.
Sid Cup.
Anyway, it's not called Blankety Blank in America, is it? What's it called in America?
What?
Something else.
Is it?
Yeah, it's definitely called something else. Anyway, I'm digressing. Let's do the game, shall we?
We don't have long, Jamie. I think we should...
I'm wasting our precious minutes.
So, here's the first quote. I'm going to give you some bonus points here if you can tell me who said it. Okay, what's the missing word? Who said it? And from which Gerry Anderson series?
And what do points mean?
Just,
Pride in yourself.
yes, as ever.
Good luck getting your pride.
Now, I'm not convinced that you've got these in the right order, so I'm going to wait for you to flash it up before I read it.
Okay, hopefully I won't flash up the answer first.
Well done! How the devil do we eat blank through a 1/4 inch space visor? How the devil do we eat blank through a 1/4 inch space visor? So I need to know, obviously, what is the missing word, who said it, and in which Gerry Anderson series. How the devil do we eat blank through a 1/4 inch space visor? Did you know this one, Jamie? when
I
we,
absolutely
posted to you?
didn't know this one, I'm afraid.
No,
I'm
really?
embarrassed to say.
Yeah.
Someone's requested that you... Oh, no, well, I may have misunderstood this, but even if I have, I quite like the idea of it. Could you reread that in your Terry Wogan voice, please?
Oh, it's time for the Terry Wogan impression.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew Hyde meant that, but Andrew Hyde, I'm taking you to
What
mean
does he
that.
actually say then?
In the voice of Wogan.
Well, in the the old Wogan, eh? How the devil do we eat blank through the 1/4 inch space visor?
Amazing.
It sort of lost it sort of halfway through, didn't it?
No, it's great.
Was it?
It was very good, wasn't it, everybody? I can see a plethora of thumbs up.
The
Actually,
old
I
woman.
can't see any. So our suggestions are, oh dear, I don't think that's that. Meat,
Meat. How the devil do we eat meat through a 1/4 inch space visor?
cereal,
Right.
eggs. I mean,
Okay.
you're just naming foodstuffs here, and it quite broadly.
Yeah.
I think we should put everyone
Come
out
on,
of their
then.
misery.
The answer is how the devil do we eat fettuccine through a 1/4 inch space visor?
And if you didn't know that, then
Then you were like Jamie.
yeah, you're the same as me.
Did anyone get that it was Jane Carson from UFO? For bonus points, I wonder. Anyone at home get that one? Jane Carson from UFO. I don't know which episode, so if you can furnish me with a title, that would be even more amazing.
Paul Maxted said your Terry Wogan impression was a bit too Yoda.
A bit too Yoda it was. All right, fair enough. Too Yoda.
Emma Nichols, it just definitely wasn't pizza. We now know it was fettuccine,
Yes,
obviously.
yes, but pizza would have been good.
Yes.
As would have eggs. I mean, it could have been anything, quite literally.
Yes.
Let's have a look at. We've got 3 of these.
Oh,
The
and
next
now
one.
these are all in the wrong order, so
Right.
this could go terribly wrong. I'll try not to ruin it for everyone, but yeah, let's see.
Come on then. Oh, we can breathe a sigh of relief.
That was the one.
Hey, where's your weapon? Cutbacks. Blue gets the gun on blank. Again, the missing word, please. Tell me who said it, and from which TV series. So there are 2 speakers there. Hey, where's your weapon? Cutbacks. Blue gets the gun on blank. Who could that possibly be? 2 speakers from a Gerry Anderson series.
Well, I mean, there's a pretty big clue there, isn't there?
There is a big clue as to which series it might be.
I mean, the blank is the clue.
Yeah.
Lone, no. Although that's a good guess.
Gets the gun on loan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that is a good guess.
That's Peter Joyce there
That's
guessing.
very good.
Although obviously, I think Richard, this is obviously too clearly obvious because we've got quite a few guesses already that are correct. However, it's not bank holidays, nor is it Tuesdays.
No, it isn't.
But you're getting very close.
Very, very
warmer
warm.
and warmer.
Yeah.
We have, in fact, correct answers from Andrew Clements, Harry Rayner, Steve Bushell with 2 E's, Emma Thick, and Gareth Jones, and probably others that I can't yet see.
Great.
Should we reveal?
Yes.
I hope this is the right answer.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Well done. I love it when a plan comes together. Hey, where's your weapon? Cutbacks. Blue gets the gun on Fridays. That's Agent Avery and Captain Scarlet.
I don't think anyone named Agent Avery in there, which
Oh.
is good. But we had plenty of correct answers. Gareth Jones also got it. Andrew Hyde, Joanna Hollis, Christina
you're turning a bit
Sales.
woke on yourself.
It's catching. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, yes. So well done. Lots of
Great.
you got that right. Very good.
Well done.
We have only one more.
The last blankety blank. So,
Let's hope it comes up correctly.
come on then,
again.
let's see it. Oh,
Yes.
Isn't that a lovely feeling? The only nasty thing he did to me was to drink all my blank. This is the bit where Kenny Everett bends the microphone. You won't remember, you're too young, aren't you?
I know Kenny Everett.
Yeah, but you don't remember him bending Wogan's microphone on Blankety Blank,
I
do you?
definitely don't.
No.
No.
The only nasty thing he did to me was to drink all my blank. So if you can fill in that missing word, and also tell me who said it and whom was he talking about?
Oh yes, you should definitely answer all those.
Because
things.
this isn't from a TV series. This is a quote from
Oh.
someone.
Just while everyone's thinking on that, Peter Lipton has clarified, I would just like to put any minds at rest. No children will be hurt during the screening of Captain Scarlet in my class.
Well, that's
Honest. Now, Peter, it was fine until you said honest, but now you said that. Anyway, back to this
Yep.
exciting thing in front of us.
The only nasty thing he did to me was to drink all my blank.
We have a couple of suggestions.
Yeah.
Horlicks,
Right.
no. Tea, no. Coffee, no. Wine, no.
Ah.
Per, no. I mean, you're in the right area and it's a drink.
Any ideas as to who might have said it at all?
Well, nobody's suggesting that, but there is at least one correct answer I can see right here.
Is
And it's come
there?
from the other side of the pond.
Wow.
Yeah. Andrew Clements has got it all right. Let's
Well,
put everyone out of their
so he
misery,
would.
shall we?
Yes, go on then. The only nasty thing he did to me was to drink all my scotch.
Oh, sorry, I've revealed ourselves slightly there.
Oh yes, so you have. You've
Hello.
got to resize that one.
Hello.
That's, of course, Gerry talking about a meeting with Star Trek's Gene Roddenberry.
Yes. Amazing.
Did they meet? Well, they obviously did meet.
They met at Pinewood.
Right.
And they, you can imagine what the result of drinking all of somebody's scotch is. He's not saying there was like a centimetre left in the bottom of the bottle. I think it was a whole bottle that
Yeah.
they did between them.
Yeah.
I met up with Roddenberry, Gene's son, last year, and Gene had shared the same anecdote with Rod and said
Wonderful.
that they had a very merry afternoon.
Great.
And they shared many of the same values, which I think is really great. There was a sort of meeting of the minds of these two sort of science fiction creative geniuses who wanted to see a better world.
Yes.
That's really nice. And they saw that best through
Through the bottom of the bottle.
Through
Yeah.
Scotch goggles, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, there was never any hint of anything coming out of that creatively, was there? Do you think?
I don't think there was. No.
No.
They had their own things at that time. They're doing very different stuff. But
Yeah.
nice to know that the two great men met
Absolutely.
and got on so well.
That's great. Yes, it's rather like a sort of fantasy dinner party, isn't it? Who would you have around the dinner table with you? I should imagine Gerry Anderson and Gene Roddenberry are at the top of the list for many people watching.
Yeah.
And your good self, of course.
What you mean? I would want to have dinner with them.
No, I mean,
or-
you'd be at the top of the list.
Yeah. All right.
You should see how he eats, mind you. You need a bib. You need a bib and a...
Yeah, that's true. I do.
Yeah,
well. Anyway, we're totally
clean
digressing
surface.
again. We've got stuff to do.
Yes, we have. Well, that's the end of Blankety Blank, so thank you for all of your suggestions and comments.
And thank you for our intro video, Andrew Clements.
That's great. Yeah, we like that. In fact, we do have a bit of a plea, don't we? Coming up a bit later on, talking of intro videos.
We could plea now.
Well, we could plea now. A little later on, we'll be talking about things that happened this month in Gerry Anderson history. And at the moment...
We're doing that next, actually.
Oh, are we? He's shuffling the paper, Bob.
Yes.
Yeah. And at the moment, we have a rather spiffing time tunnel that Jamie nicked.
Bodged.
Yeah. We'd like something special, really, wouldn't we?
Mm.
So, all you creative types out there, if you want to string together a little 3, 4, 5 second thing, opening credits, opening title sequence to On This Month in Gerry Anderson History, with as much creative nous as you can muster, that would be splendid.
Yes.
Wouldn't it?
We would love to include more of your videos, art,
Yeah.
images.
Because we can't do it
photographs.
ourselves.
Because, yes, as you'll see in Fab or Fib, not so good on Photoshop. So, yes, Just please send stuff in.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So on the note of the rubbish title sequence,
Right.
Shall we
Come on, then, let's
go
see
for
it.
some this month?
Let's see. Yeah.
Well, let's do it then. It's time for. It's too long. It's too long.
It is too long. We think you could probably do a little bit better. So do send us a new opening title sequence for On This Month in Gerry Anderson History, which is exactly what we're talking about now. So we are in the month of June, and we've got a couple of birthdays coming up. A couple of Gerry Anderson birthdays.
Yes.
We have Martin Landau.
Yes.
Martin Landau, famous for many parts, of course, but to Anderson fans, for playing Commander.
Right arm. Left leg. Sorry. Do carry on. Yes.
Playing Commander Koenig.
Koenig.
Space 1999. He is 88 on the 20th of June. And Space Precinct's very own Ted Shackelford. Lieutenant Brogan will be 70.
I can't believe that.
70 years old on the 23rd.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah. So two splendid
70.
birthdays. 70, I know.
Yes.
So when was it? 24 years ago. So he was 50. So crikey, he was younger than me when he played Brogan.
Gosh.
Sorry,
You're still very young, Richard, though.
Thank
so,
you.
obviously.
ShadowCon. The first UK convention for the show in over 30 years took place on Saturday, June the 3rd.
Thanks to Andrew, Mark Thompson and Steve Hardy and their compatriots. So well done, gents.
That's just this
great
weekend
work.
just gone.
And I hear it went very well.
I bet it did. It was at the Derby Quad Cinema, and among those in attendance were veteran star Michael Jaston, who
The
guest
Valliard.
starred, yes.
Sorry, Doctor Who
You
reference
know him
there.
as the Valliard. But he also guest starred in the episode The Sound of Silence. And series regular Aisha Bruff, who played Lieutenant Aisha Johnson. Keith Alexander was there by Skype, I understand.
He was. Yes.
He played
yes.
Lieutenant Ford and
From-
Shane Rimmer.
From not Scotland, Australia.
Right.
They're not quite the same.
They're not
So
really.
I don't know where that came from.
Shane Rimmer was there too, because he appeared in 3 UFO episodes as well.
Yes.
As well as, of course,
Yes.
being across the whole Anderson oeuvre, really.
And into Bond and Star Wars too.
Indeed.
Man of many talents.
The Fireball XL5 limited edition packaging DVD box set was released nationwide on Monday the 29th of June 2009 at a retail price of £59.99.
Well, that is the most fascinating thing you've come up with all evening.
Well,
I
isn't
think.
it? I mean, do you have that at home? Did you buy that? The limited edition packaging DVD box set of Fireball XL5?
Is the fact that it happened 8 years ago of any interest to you whatsoever? Probably not.
Now, this is interesting, though, because in June 1959, AP Films moved from Islet Park in Maidenhead, which is literally just, we could probably see it through my window if we were to squint. It's over there. They moved from Islet Park to larger premises on the Slough Trading Estate. During their time there, they created some of the best-loved children's TV programmes of all time, including Stingray, Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet.
That is much more interesting than
It is.
the Fireball box.
And of
set
course,
thing.
the puppets went home, back, didn't they, to Slough Trading Estate last year for Thunderbirds 1965? The
Yes.
all-new adventures.
The all new old adventures.
Yes. Transmissions throughout June include the Stingray episode The Golden Sea, which was broadcast on the 6th of June. Which year do you think?
1963.
65.
Oh,
Supercar
really?
episode
That
The
late?
Lost City was broadcast on the 17th of June 19... What? Supercar.
61.
Yes! Terrahawks Runaway. 21st of June 19...
Is that series 3? 6?
1986, yes. And finally, the Dick Spanner episode, The Incredible Case of Harry the Human Cannonball, Part 9. Terry Adlam, I sense your work there.
So
28th of
specific.
June, 1987.
Yes.
That's
on Network 7 with Janet Street Porter.
right.
As we said before, which you didn't like saying for some reason.
Did I not?
No, you virtually refused. Very strange.
Oh, yes, but you wanted to get so specific. You were going on about dates and times
I
and
was.
everything. That's
I
why.
was.
I didn't
Anyway,
say-
no one wants to know this.
No. So there we are. That's all I have for this month in Gerry Anderson history. Oh, but we also do have a couple of birthdays for people at home,
Yes.
which I shall mention now.
You should do that now.
Because Joe Hollis got in touch with both of us on Twitter, I think.
She did.
And asked if we might say a happy birthday, firstly to her for the 1st of June, which
Sorry,
is
it's late.
just gone, but also to Loz Spencer on the 15th of June coming up. So happy birthday to you both. Hope you had or will have a splendid time, and hope you get many Gerry Anderson goodies.
Yes. Have a fab birthday.
Oh, that's really
See.
good. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Really good.
Yes.
There we are. This month in Gerry Anderson history. By the way, we're sort of, I suppose, happy to do a few shout-outs, aren't we? Birthdays and things.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yes.
so if it is your birthday in the next month, do let us know. Oh, this will be for July, of course, won't it?
Yes.
Because we're back on July the 3rd, we've discovered.
Yeah, no, we knew that already, of course. We were just,
we did
we
know
were
that.
just playing.
So if it is your birthday at some point in July, let us know. We'd love to say happy birthday to you, and thank you for joining us.
Joe says thank you for the birthday shout-out.
You're very welcome, Joe.
Pleasure.
Yes.
I think it's time to move on to your contribution, not yours, your contribution
Right.
to this Fab Live broadcast
Yes.
with our fan art and cosplay section, which is almost exclusively cosplay and collections and other
Yeah.
stuff,
At
but
the moment.
still very exciting.
Yeah.
If you can't hear us over the lovely music, then let's hope we can see you saying that.
Yes, do let us know if you suddenly find that we're very quiet or the music is very loud as we take a look at some of your pictures in this month's gallery.
Oh,
What?
hang on, Scott.
Yes.
I can never pronounce Scott's name. Scott Bikliki? Is that right, Scott? He said, you should thank me for mentioning the birthday shout-outs. Well, thank you,
Well,
Scott.
thank you, Scott. Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm sure that opened up the floodgates.
The can of worms.
Yes, thank you
Yes.
for opening that can of worms. And now it's
Now
on
it's
to
time.
our Fab fan art and cosplay section.
You're right, it needs a snappier title, really, doesn't it?
I don't know if you can hear the music or not, or if it's too loud, but let's have a look at our first item.
Come on, then.
This is Andrew Brindley
Oh, look.
as Captain Scarlet. Now, this seems like, to me, a blend of new Captain Scarlet and old, because he's got the classic Scarlet Spectrum logo,
Yeah,
but the vest
yeah,
has a much more new Scarlet vibe.
it does.
So I think there's a nice blend of the two there.
Yeah.
Very good work, sir.
And Andrew, I wonder, is that a homemade thing, do you think? Is
Oh,
that-
it's definitely homemade. Yeah, no, but
It's
there's a lot
lovely,
of
isn't
effort
it?
gone in there.
Absolutely.
And I'm quite happy. It's quite a resemblance with Captain Scarlet,
Yes,
I'd say.
yes,
Not
it's-
just in the uniform.
No,
but,
you're right. It's the 5 o'clock shadow, isn't it? And the dark hair.
It looks like a man who's been retro-metabolized, is what you're saying.
That's exactly what
Poor
I'm
Andrew.
saying.
Andrew, it's a good. It's
Sorry,
a great,
Andrew, I do apologise.
It's great work and SIG. Next up is Danny Moy and his
Amazing.
bonkers collection of Anderson paraphernalia, memorabilia, and stuff.
Yes. So we were talking earlier about one of our correspondents who had 44 boxes of merch in his loft. Well, I think we're probably getting quite close here, aren't we, with Danny Moy's wonderful collection?
Yes, that's the first of two, in fact. But I can see new Scarlet, old Scarlet, Thunderbird, Space 1999, Stingray, Supercar. He's got everything there. There's some more of his collection here. Lots of dinky toys.
Lovely.
Good old collection, a Straker car.
Yeah.
Anyone got those?
Well,
I'm
I used to have
sure.
a Space 1999 Eagle, and my sister was sick on it in the back of the car.
Your sister was sick on it.
True story.
Gosh.
And I don't know if it was the acid in the vomit, but all the paint peeled off.
Well, there you go. If you want to get the green paint off of your dinky Eagle, vomit seems to be a very good way to strip the paint. Yes, maybe not.
No, maybe not.
But very nice collection, Danny Moy. Speaking of Scott,
There
the
he
man
is.
responsible for birthday shout-outs
Yes,
worldwide.
Yes.
Uh,
There he is in his t-shirt.
there
of the
he is
month.
in his T-shirt of the month. Speaking of which, people were asking about Captain Scarlet merch earlier on, including for women. I think that was our lovely friend from the US. Right now, for the next few days, we have a Captain Scarlet T-shirt for sale in men's and women's cuts.
Nice.
So that's available for a few days from the Gerry Anderson store.
Excellent.
Nice one, Scott.
That's very good.
This seems to be the pose for people who bought the monthly T-shirt, because we've also got Eleanor here,
Ta-da!
who's doing a matching pose
That's right.
with her Raised on Super Mario Nation T-shirt.
Yeah.
I love these T-shirts. It does exactly what it says on the T-shirt.
Yeah,
Sort of.
yes. Well, that's right.
You,
it
you
does.
are exactly what it says on
Yeah.
the T-shirt. Yes, Raised on Super Mario Nation, and all the better for it.
That's great.
So thank you, Eleanor. Steve Bushell,
Ah,
quite an elaborate cosplay here. Stood with Matt Zimmerman,
the great Matt Zimmerman
absolutely.
at the Berkshire Suite.
Yes, at the Berkshire Suite, probably at the Maidenhead Holiday Inn, I imagine.
Could well be, yeah.
But that is an excellent uniform. A lot of effort's gone in there. Speaking of Thunderbirds uniforms,
Look at this.
Kirsty. Look at this.
Wonderful, Kirsty, very good.
Lady John. Joan Tracy? I don't know what the equivalent would be.
Yeah, I like that.
That's probably a bit rubbish, but we think you've done an amazing job with this. Really, really lovely. Love the silver sprayed hairbrush. Microphone communicator. Really wonderful. And there's another action pose of Kirsty here. We must thank the photographer
Yes,
for
we
these
do.
two images.
Yes, because she got in touch with us and said there's some pictures here by Mitch Picks London and Catbury Photography. So find their websites and pages on Facebook to see more pictures.
So there we are. Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
We do have a little bit of art here
Great.
by Andrew Clements. Dick Spanner
Nice.
in clay.
Isn't that nice?
It's great.
No, you
Yes.
sounded like Clive James when you said that.
Oh God, I'm doing weird. I don't
That's
mean to do
interesting,
it.
isn't it?
Yeah, sorry.
Dick Spanner in clay. You're going to
Right.
be Clive James.
Good. I'll practice my Clive
Do.
James for next time.
That's very nice, though, isn't it?
But yes,
Love the
there he
backdrop
is.
and everything, and the lighting's brilliant.
It's very atmospheric.
It is.
Now my screen on this is showing complete blackness that no one can see any images. But let's hope you can see something. If you can't,
Right.
it's a beautiful clay Dick Spanner. Let's say no more. Speaking of the ShadowCon,
Aha!
here is Roger Smith.
So this was taken just this weekend?
Yes. This weekend at ShadowCon, Roger with his daughter, obviously cosplaying UFO.
Yes, you'd hope so.
Skydiver crew and Moonbase operative in a lovely purple wig. I think they've done an excellent job there.
Yeah, that's really good.
And then we've got another one of Roger with the craft he would have fictionally been inside in his cosplay.
Marvellous.
I believe that might be a Mammus Pitzilis model. If it is Mammoth, congratulations, we love your Skydiver. If it's not, whoever made it, it's lovely. Apologies
beautiful,
for
isn't it?
mistaking it for a mammoth. A
Yeah.
mammoth. Oh dear, sorry mammoth.
It's all
Oh,
over
what's going on here?
Tong.
This is very cool. Christopher Daniels, he's always cosplaying Captain Scarlet, but most unusually, he's turned himself into a toy.
Oh, yes.
This is amazing.
Now,
So-
this isn't just him superimposed onto the picture, is it?
No, this
With
is
his
actually
toys?
him. He's been scanned in his Scarlet cosplay and then 3D printed at the same scale as, I think those are the Vivid Imagination Scarlet toys from the 90s. That is cool.
But then painted as well?
No, it's 3D printed in colour. So
Really?
Yeah, so scanned in
Amazing.
colour and 3D printed in actual colour. I think that is amazing.
That is incredible.
So
And slightly eccentric.
yeah, I mean, it's a bit creepy in a way, having a miniature model of yourself. I mean, Chris, we love it, but it is a bit
great.
odd.
No, it's great.
But it's very cool to have. I'm sure there's lots of people who would love to have those.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. And then finally, this is really just for Richard's benefit. Most unusually,
Yes.
somebody cosplaying Space
That's
Precinct.
that's right, exactly. So this is my friend on the right, Seb Bird, who very kindly put me up in Aylesbury a couple of weeks ago when I was there on tour. And he went to Collector Mania, I believe, in Birmingham, and bumped into, that's Seb on the right, and he bumped into a Space Precinct cosplayer on the left there. Splendid.
Yep,
Isn't that excellent?
it's brilliant. So there we are.
Marvellous.
That's our fan gallery for this month. There's loads of stuff in there.
Yes.
So thank you. And in fact, we had to cut down the number of photos we put in because
Yes.
you all sent so much stuff, which was brilliant.
Yeah, you really did,
So
and we love it.
Please keep sending it in to fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk or send it to us via the Facebook event or however you see fit. really.
Twitter, all
Twitter.
sorts.
Yeah, I mean the Fab Live email address is
Yeah.
the best, but yeah.
That's great.
Lovely work, folks.
Yes, what I'd really love to see, I do love your cosplay pictures and your toy and your merch pictures, but I'd love to see more fan art, please, because I know a lot of you out there are very creative and enjoy making your own Gerry Anderson homages in various media. So we'd love to see your pictures of the old Super Marination series, or maybe some Space Precinct fan art, or some Dick Spanner, or whatever
Or
it
some
might
Space
be.
Precinct,
Or some Space Precinct.
I mean, Space Precinct would be good.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Or Terrahawks.
Sure.
Love some Terrahawks fan art.
Yeah,
But yes,
yeah.
please send in your stuff because we really love it.
Yeah, we do. Gives us great pleasure.
Yeah.
Cheers us up no end. So that's to fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. In the meantime, just a reminder, you're watching episode 5 of Fab Live. Yeah. And you can share this broadcast by hitting the share button somewhere down here,
Somewhere.
which means it will be shared to all your friends on Facebook, which means that they might tune in and enjoy it as well and watch next month.
Yes. And now is a great time for you to do it because that means they get to play along with what has quickly become
My favourite.
Richard's favourite. I don't know anybody else who thinks
No,
it's a favourite.
no.
Unfortunately, the opening title graphic may have broken.
Ah,
Sorry about that.
right.
But
What have you got
still,
for us?
it's time for...
Great! I love Fab or Fib because it makes me. I have to work quite hard for it. Do a little bit of research.
You do.
I engage my imagination and
we can tell.
come up with 5 stupendous facts from the Gerry Anderson universe every month. Only one of which is true or fab, and the rest are fibs. So it's up to you to let me know which of these following 5 facts you think are fab or fib.
Joe Hollis loves fact or fib. She loves it so much she didn't get the name right.
Well,
Joe, it's fab or fib.
yeah.
I'm
No, but,
sorry.
you know,
but it's great that we have a fan.
Oh, and by the way, we do have a competition winner coming up straight after this as well,
Yes.
and another giveaway for you at home.
Yes.
So
even if you hate fab or fib,
it's
hang
worth
around
staying, yes.
and you might get a thing, a prize.
right, here we are. Should we share these, or shall I just read them all out?
You read them and I'll do the thing.
Oh, yes, of course. Right, so the first fact for you to consider is this. Joe 90's Big Rat was named after one of Gerry's childhood toys, a cuddly rat made for him by his grandmother. Other toys she made for him included Zill the Zebra, Brogan the Bear, and Four Feathers Foal. Fab or fib?
Fab or fib?
Fab or fib? Joe 90's
Big Rat, Big Rat?
Yeah, named after one of Gerry's toys. I mean, if other toys made for him were Zill the Zebra, Brogan the Bear, and Four Feathers Foal, that might explain, you know, what inspired him to give some of these names to his characters.
I hope his grandma was on commission.
The second fact I have for you here. UFO's Georgia Moon actually owns a piece of the moon. And there she is. Not really appropriately attired for moonwalking, I don't think.
No, I mean, you know, she'd die in the vacuum of space wearing that.
She would.
It's ridiculous.
UFO's Georgia Moon actually owns a piece of the moon. She was presented with a piece of moon rock by Neil Armstrong himself while working as a researcher on a documentary about the Apollo missions. Fab or fib?
Well, there's a lot of fabs over this one.
Are there?
Yeah, I mean, I spent some time with Georgina Moon recently, actually,
I'm sure you have.
on something, and she's a lovely lady. She's done all sorts of interesting stuff in her life, so I wouldn't put this past her.
Might well have a piece of moon rock up her sleeve. Well, if she did have a piece of moon rock, well, I think we'd
You'd be able to
maybe
see it.
no.
Yes.
No, let's not.
Let's not go
no.
there.
FX Supremo Derek Meddings was engaged by the FBI to help in their investigations into the assassination of JFK, recreating the route, the buildings, and the cars in miniature to help establish a timeline of events.
And there is actually an image here of a model of that. It might be Derek's, it might not. I mean, it doesn't look good enough to be Derek's, but it's just for illustrative purposes.
Quite.
But there is the great man himself on the left.
Tell us about Derek Meddings.
Special effects legend, Supremo,
Guru.
Started with Dad, did amazing stuff, made everything look fantastic. I mean, just look at the image on the left there.
Yeah.
I think that's a building from Scarlett, I think. But it just the level of detail is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And I think this little tree in the foreground, this bush in the foreground, you can just see. Interesting fact. This isn't part of the game. I was listening to an interview the other day with an archive interview with Bob Bell. And he said that they used to go round to somebody in Slough who had a juniper bush and steal twigs from the bush. And then one day they got caught, and Bob actually got physically collared by the owner of the bush.
Great.
Anyway, I'm going way off topic.
Yeah,
more
that's
importantly, did Derek Meddings work for the FBI?
Yeah, did
on
he?
this,
Recreating the route of JFK's car. Now, our fourth fab or fib for you to consider. Being of Irish ancestry, Space 1999's Barbara Bain once co-wrote a history book entitled Being at the Battle of the Boyne by Barbara Bain. Fab or fib?
There she is, sporting the book.
Holding
I mean,
it.
it seems obvious then that that's
Well, you'd
fab.
think so.
But maybe it's not.
What do you think at home? Fab or fib? Is that true or false?
Let's have a look what people are saying.
Fab or fib was Barbara Bain.
I mean, I hope with that
author of that book.
fantastic... is it Photoshop or is it a real photo? With that lovely image that they'd be all saying it's fab.
But
But it seems to be mostly coming up fib for some reason.
shame, isn't it?
Peter Joyce says it's fab.
Yeah.
Peter, I'm glad you're convinced
Well, you've got
by
me
the
convinced
image.
by the picture. if
Yes.
nothing else. And finally, our last fact for you to consider. Gerry Anderson was once invited by Harry Saltzman, the producer of the James Bond film series, to write and produce the next film in the franchise, which was to be Moonraker. Gerry's treatment was ultimately never used, but he was paid the princely sum of £3,000 in compensation. What do we think? Fab or fib?
That's a lovely image by Dave Lowe.
It is
who
nice.
did that. Yes, great Spectre gag there.
Very good. What a
Nice
Bond
work, Dave.
Anderson crossover film might have looked like. Have you now got all 5 images that you can flash up at once?
I'm
while I
going to do
recap?
that while you recap. I can't promise there'll be an order, folks, but I shall
Okay.
absolutely try
So,
to do it.
Fab or fib is the final run through. Joe 90's Big Rat was named after one of Gerry's childhood toys. There he is, the cuddly rat. UFO's Georgia Moon
Georgina.
actually...
Sorry, Georgina Moon.
Quite right. Actually owns a piece of the moon. She was presented with a piece of moon rock by Neil Armstrong himself while working as a researcher. Or FX Supremo Derek Meddings was engaged by the FBI, or was he, to help their investigations into the assassination of JFK. Fab Fact number 4, being of Irish ancestry, Space 1999's Barbara Bain wrote a history book, being at the Battle of the Boyne by Barbara Bain. Fab or fib? And finally, Gerry Anderson was once invited by Harry Saltzman to write Moonraker, the latest film in the Bond franchise.
Yeah.
Fab or fib?
So is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Very good.
Comment with your number, the number of your answer that you think is fab and
Great.
not a fib.
Right.
And we'll see how you're doing.
Yeah, remember, only one of them is true. Only one of them is fab.
Yes.
So which number do you think is fab?
And you have to say fab, not fact, because that is not the name
You're
of the game.
quite a stickler for this, aren't
I
you?
am. I like the rules.
Well,
you know,
fair enough. If a
I'm
job's
afraid.
worth doing, it's worth doing properly.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of our viewers are getting it right.
Are they?
Ross, only one of them is fab, not 4 of them. I would love 4 of them to be. I'd love all of them to be fab, but
Yes.
they're just not.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
There's some right answers here. Joe Hollis has got it right. Scott's got it right. India has it right. Gary, Andrew Hyde, John Stewart,
Great.
Emma. I mean, you're really doing
Yeah.
very well, all of you. Duncan Moss too. So
Yeah.
should we?
Well done. So
should we
the
give 'em a
winner
rundown?
is, of course,
Oh,
Excellent.
It's the Bond.
fact number 5 was indeed fab, that Gerry Anderson, amazingly, was approached to write a film in the Bond franchise, Moonraker, which was
Yeah.
to become Moonraker.
Absolutely. And he was there was a bit of a tussle because he did the treatment for it, quite a detailed treatment, and it was never used. He never heard from Saltzman and Co. And he thought it was all done and dusted. And then when Moonraker came out, there were quite a few elements that seemed rather similar. We thought, well, he
right.
thought, and to deal with that, he was paid a sum to go away
I
and to
see.
destroy all copies. He appears to have missed one though, because we do actually have the copy of the original treatment that he
Wow.
wrote for Moonraker, which is quite a cool document.
Yes.
So maybe one day we could do something interesting with that,
That would be
because
great.
it's pretty cool to have. But also, I don't want to get sued by Eon.
No, you really
So-
don't. You really don't, because they're much bigger than you, Jamie.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's
So-
still a very, very lovely thing to have.
So that is this month's Fab or Fib. So thank you very much to all of you for joining in with that.
Yes, and apologies also to all of you for making you join in with that.
Yeah, but it's just to humour me, really. That's the only reason we do it, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Because it's my favourite part of the whole show.
Yeah.
Any more comments or hellos or shout-outs or questions
Yes.
before we start to wrap everything up at almost 8:10?
Absolutely. Oh gosh, we've gone on and
Look at
on.
that.
Sorry, everyone. How boring are this? Charlotte says, "Oh, it's quite a long one from Charlotte. As you may know, all but 2 of my fish are named after Gerry Anderson characters."
What? Right.
Well, we know that
All
now.
but 2.
Well, sometime during the 3rd episode of Fab Live, one of my fish had 2 babies. So I
That's the
named
effect we have on people.
So I named them Richard and Jamie
Oh.
after you 2.
Oh.
That is so sweet. Thank you,
Touching.
Charlotte.
But we don't believe it unless we see a picture.
Yes.
So let's see-
And if you want you to stand by the tank and call them by name and watch them come over to the edge, otherwise it's a fib.
Let's see a picture of Richard and Jamie for the next Fab Live, please, in July. That would be lovely.
Yes, we would love to see your fish. Karen Watson, you're not boring. Bless you, Karen. That's very sweet of you.
It is sweet.
Probably a typo.
Yes, you are boring.
Several of Gerry's other ideas for Moonraker appeared in Spy Who Loved Me, says Duncan Moss.
How interesting.
Oh, Richard James, what
Hello?
does the N stand for in your name? It's Neinstein, as we've covered before.
We have covered that before, you're right.
You must look back, Anthony, in the...
Yes, it's all there for you to enjoy.
It's all there.
Now-
Right, we should do
Yes.
the competition giveaway.
Well, do you remember last month I offered you these 2 splendid Space Precinct books that Jamie had found at a jumble sale somewhere?
It's not true.
No, it's not true, is it? And we asked you simply to name Officer Orin's first name. And we had many responses. All of them were correct, actually. I don't think
Well,
anyone got
they-
it wrong.
Well done, everyone.
And so we took a name out of the hat. The answer, of course, was Hubble Orin. Officer Hubble Orin. So pat yourself on the back for getting that right, all of you.
I did get that.
But Claire Collins, these 2 books signed by both myself and Jamie will be winging their way to you. So shortly after this broadcast, I will reply to your email and ask you for your home address, and then I'll send these to you. Hot foot.
Yes.
Post
Congratulations,
haste.
Claire.
First
Thank you for
class.
entering, and well done, everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone else who entered.
Yeah.
Sorry when you had one prize, but we have a new prize
We
this
do.
week. Have we decided what the question is?
No.
Great.
We know what the prize is, but we don't know what the question is.
Yeah. I better think of one.
Maybe that could be
Pretty
the question.
sharpish.
What is the question for this year's prize? This month's
That's
prize.
so good. No, it's all right. I've got one.
Shall I just display the...
Yeah. So our prize is this collector's limited edition signed copy hardcover in slipcase of Gemini Force 1 Black Horizon by MG Harris. If you don't know what Gemini Force 1 is, it's Dad's final book series. It's a kind of contemporised Thunderbirds. And if you'll see in the front here, it's signed by me and MG Harris, the author. And these were only available to Kickstarter backers, except we had a few that ran over on the production line, and so one of them can be yours.
A very beautiful thing.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to go with another name question.
Great, let's hear it.
The voice actor in Terrahawks, who played Youngstar and Stu Dapples, is now called Robbie Stevens. But what was his first name back in 1983?
What?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, yes.
So you've got to know your stuff.
It's easy to look up. Like, just go on Wikipedia and
Well,
look up
don't tell them
voice
that.
actors. Don't listen. But yes, Robbie Stevens.
Don't put this in the comments below, by the way.
No, you'll ruin it.
Do not comment.
But, so Robbie Stevens was formerly known by what first name when he originally voiced characters in Terrahawks from 1983 to 1986?
Great.
Send in your answers to fablive at gerryanderson.co.uk.
Yes.
And of all the correct answers that we receive during the month until the next broadcast, we will pick one at random as the winner of this lovely book. And I
Yes.
might throw in some other Gemini Force 1 goodies as well.
Splendid. That's fantastic.
So there we go. That's our
Great.
question.
Love a competition. Love a competition.
Don't we all?
Yeah, of
Don't
course
we
do.
all?
Of course we do.
So,
Very good.
I think that's probably it, isn't it? Shall
Well, I think we've
just
covered all
check,
bases.
Check
Let's have
for
a
any
final one. Yeah.
comments, if anything's working. Andrew Sier's keeping his lips closed
Good.
about the thing.
Excellent.
Christina Sell's family loves Thunderbirds, which is great.
Of course. Who doesn't?
Some Douglas Adams related gags there, with 42 being the question, answer, something. Richard, Ross Patterson says, did you ever go on location when you filmed Space Precinct, other than round the lot at
Well, no,
Thunderbirds?
that's as far as we got. Yes, we did a couple of episodes in the parking lot, in the lot outside the studio. I think one of the final episodes, I seem to remember, Death Watch Part 2 or 1, I don't remember. But yes, that's as far as we got. 100 yards outside. Apart from that, it's all studio.
On location.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But didn't it look amazing, despite the fact they didn't go on location?
Yes, quite right too. But it always amused me that there's a top secret base in Death Watch called Site R, I believe. Top secret base with a massive X outside it for a landing pad that could quite clearly be seen.
It could be.
Probably from space.
Yes. There you go.
It's all in the book.
Yes, it's all in that. Go on, show them your book
Well, look,
again.
haha. Space Precinct Unmasked, now available on Amazon.
Or signed copies from the Gerry Anderson store.
Indeed so, yes, quite right too.
Yes, and just a quick reminder, the limited edition monthly t-shirt, which is a Spectrum design, which has got the Spectrum roundel on the arm and lovely Spectrum stripes across the chest, is available for the next 6 days from
Great.
the Gerry Anderson store, and then it's gone forever, so go and grab it there. The wonderful Captain Scarlet poster by Eric Chu, which we teased earlier in the show.
Lovely.
Do we tease it again now?
If we've got time.
We could do it very, very quickly, possibly. We've got news again. There it is. That lovely thing will be available later on this month for pre-order. It's a very sexy poster indeed. And we'll be back on...
July the 3rd.
The 3rd of July.
That's right.
So thank you all very much for having us in your homes.
Right.
Or mobile devices or whatever.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for sticking with us. We love you all very much.
We do.
For all this lovely interaction and sending us stuff and keeping us going. So thank you.
Yes, and you'll be able to view this on YouTube and on the official Gerry Anderson Facebook page as well, if you didn't manage to see it live.
Yes, but they might be seeing that now and it might confuse them. We're getting a bit Inception here. Anyway, thank you everyone. This has been Richard James. I'm still Jamie Anderson.
As far as you know.
Yes. And
See you next month.
Yes, we'll see you next month.
Ta-ta for now.
Bye.
Bye.